Hello, so a couple of you on the forum have asked how I make a preset using the amplifier. I've just upgraded to the V3 version 3 software, so here goes. Basically I've got a Les Paul Studio with bare knuckle mules, which I'll try and get in the screen. Probably won't happen, there you go. I'm recording on an iPad, so it's all a bit, so signal chain is Les Paul into Joe Bonamassa Wah, into the atomic amplifier, out to a Mackie Thump 112, which is a 12-inch driver, fully active, and then obviously I'm doing the editing in the amplifier editor. So as you can see from the screen, straight away I've got a gate set up. Try and get the settings up for you. There you go. I have this set on all of the presets I make. It's nothing too crazy, it just sort of cuts off any hum and unwanted noise when there's nothing playing, so it's not like a real tight gate for sort of chuggy stuff. It's just literally as soon as I stop playing it cuts in and just gets rid of any unwanted noise, so it's very subtle. So basically this is just going guitar straight through everything, no effects or anything at all, just straight to the monitor. So completely clean. So I obviously turn on by double clicking on the amp block, choose my amp, so I'm going to go for the Rumble Bright, which is my new favourite. I go to the cabinet, double click on that. Now I'm using impulse response cabinets, so I'll go from file. I'm using the red wires Marshall 1960A cab 412. Go into the amplifier pack, red wire impulses, big box, 96 kHz 24-bit, might as well make it as good as it can be. Double click on here, and I usually go for the Royer R121 cap edge 1 inch, I believe is what I usually use. Okay, so without doing anything, that will give me an amp and cab. So if I put all the settings at half or 5, that's not a bad place to start. It will probably be too bassy, but we can adjust that as and when. So grab a pick, here's what it sounds like. Obviously this isn't mic'd up or anything, it's just going for an iPad, so bear with. Now to me that sounds like garbage. So go to the cabinet output, this is set to mains only. I'm running through the XLR output, but if I just click both, sounds a bit more like an amp, whereas before obviously sounds like a wasp in a jar. So I always set it to both and it sounds better to my ear like that. So you're getting all the simulation going through to the PA speakers. So as I said, I find that a bit too dark. Now this might seem extreme, but I'm going to drop that down to 0. Mids up to around 7, treble around 7, presence around 7. Not bad. So I will save that to, I'm on preset number 36, just random one I pulled up, save. Now what I want to do is go into one of my other presets and copy and paste my reverb settings. I'm not going to go through all the settings, it's just one that I've tweaked for weeks and weeks and I'm kind of happy with it. So if I click on this one, double click there, I don't know if I'm doing this right, but it seems to work for me. copy current block parameters. Click that, back into 36, click on the reverb, turn it on, back over here, paste parameters. You should see all of this change. There you go. So now we've got some reverb, very subtle, but it's got quite a bit of pre-delay. Just gives it a bit of space. So yeah, we have that. The volume, I usually have that on for rhythm sounds, set to 95%. Volume button, foot switch 3, normal, I think. Save that. If I click foot switch 3, get a very slight volume boost. That's enough when it's going through a PA for me, just to pop out of the mix without changing any EQ settings at all. Obviously you can set up all your effects and whatnot. Echo, there it is. So that current, that is set in front of the amp, so I'm going to set that after the amp as if it was in an effects loop. Pop that on, see what we got. Quite a short delay, milliseconds, 180 at the minute. I'll make it 440. If I go down to the bottom, make that foot switch 3 as well, normal. The volume wants to be inverse, so I've got a pick in my mouth. There we go. Make that inverse. I think that should do the trick. If I make that more obvious, I'll drop that down to 82. Clicking foot switch 3 should turn on the delay and turn off the volume block. You hear no delay. Click it, it should get louder and add delay. I love that feature, that's brilliant. So also I could stick a tube screamer in there, or it's set to overdrive at the minute, which I think is based on the Boss OD1 or OD something or other. Let's save that. Let's add in a bit of gain, delay and bumping the volume up as well. And obviously if you want to save or rename preset, let's call it Rumble. That names it. You can see the name up in there. That obviously comes up on the screen on the amplifier as well. Save. If I turn the foot switch 3 off and save that, when that loads in, though, that will just come up as a straight rhythm sound. Like this. Then obviously click foot switch 3 for my lead sound. Then turn it off again. hope that was of some use to anyone that's just kind of getting into making their own presets. I've got hold of purchased the M-Brit presets. I've been tweaking around with them as well. They're really good. Obviously the 2 packs you can download with the amplifier off their site, the Sing Tool, and the other ones I can't remember who does them. Amp Factory, I think. They're very good as well. I've heard good things about the Freeman models pack. That's supposed to be really good. A friend of mine's got that and he's really chuffed with them. I've heard them in the flesh and they're really good. So there are a lot of good preset packs out there. So do your homework, grab some. It's a good place to start. And if you want to make your own presets, obviously check this video out and let me know how you get on. Cheers, bye.